I'm not a political comedian. I used to be quite political. Growing up, that 15, 16-year-old becoming aware, and, well, you did it to annoy your parents, obviously, but I think we're inundated with politics from an early age. I think everything is charged with politics and morality and the way to live. It's in everything, fables, nursery rhymes, little sayings. I remember I must have been as young as 6 when we used to have an assembly at school, an infant school. We'd all come in every Monday and sit down on the floor, cross-legged, and our deputy headmaster used to come and tell us a story. And it always had a moral that we were meant to think about, and this would make us into leaders of men, character building. And he used to take ages over it. And he loved it. It was his best day, you know. And I remember he told us about the 2 mice. The lazy mouse and the industrious mouse. And it was summer. And these 2 little mice were out in the woods. The sun was out. The streams were babbling. There was flowers, there were berries. There were nuts, there was, and Lazy Mouse, he'd just be running around in the sun, having a bite from a berry, throwing the rest away. There was loads, it was never going to run out. Industrious Mouse, he'd have a berry, sure, but he'd eat it all, and he'd put one away for a colder season. He knew. Lazy Mouse, he'd be fucking running about, sunbathing, eating, chewing, throwing the rest away. Industrious Mouse went, oh, be careful, Lazy Mouse, because come winter, oh, fuck off, you square. The fall comes, same sort of pattern. The last of the berries, he's chewing there, throwing the rest away. He's just like chilling out. He's kicking through the leaves. You can't see him. If you saw the leaves moving, he'd be under the leaves, basically. You'd go, what's that? It's Lazy Mouse underneath the leaf. If you could go under there, like the Discovery Channel, you'd see Lazy Mouse going, fuck it. Industrious Mouse, he'd be freeze-drying loads of berries, he'd be chopping wood, and he made an axe to chop the wood out of a little twig and a sliver of flint, which he tied on with a horsehair, thus enabling him to chop and stockpile fuel. So, winter comes, different pattern. The ground's hard. There's nothing. There's no fruit. There's no berries. There's no nuts. There's nothing at all on the trees. And he can't find anything. And he's starving. And he's freezing. And he's losing his body weight. And of course, Industrious Mouse, now he's in his cottage that he built. Somehow. Roaring log fire. Just sitting there, rocking. On a pebble. Knock at the door. Who's that? Obvious, isn't it? So he goes over to the door. He opens the door. It's Lazy Mouse. And he goes, what do you want? He goes, I'm cold and I'm hungry. I can't find any food and I think I'm going to die. And he goes, well, I did warn you, didn't I? And he goes, yeah. He goes, never mind. Come in here and share with me. Where's the moral there? Fuck around, do what you want, and then scrounge up a do-gooder. That's a terrible moral for children, isn't it? Awful. He told us the one about the boy who cried wolf. Have you heard that? Well, I'm going to tell you again. Boy, in the Bible, I don't know, I haven't got a specific year, have I? Right? Boy, looking after the sheep for the villagers, that's his job. Look after those sheep, boy. You go, all right, yeah. But he gets a bit bored. Probably gets a bit sleepy if he's counting them. Right? And he thinks, oh, I'll have a laugh here. He goes, wolf, wolf. And the villagers come up and they go, where's the wolf? He goes, there's no wolf. They go, oh, you go. So next day, he gets bored again. He thinks, That worked a treat. He's got very little imagination. He goes, I'll do that again. Okay? So he goes, wolf, wolf. Where's the wolf? There's no wolf. Oh, you can't. So the next day, he's sitting there. There really is a wolf. And the wolf comes up and he goes, wolf, 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 wolf. But the villagers don't come. And the wolf eats all the sheep. And we were told the moral of that is never tell a lie. No, it isn't. The moral of that is never tell the same lie twice. Again, a terrible moral for children. Nursery rhymes. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, which I later learned meant his cranium. I thought his hat fell off. And Jill came tumbling after. And that's a true fable of 16th century lovers who used to go up to the well behind the prying eyes of the villagers and their spouses and have it away. And what's the moral there, though? Don't fuck around with sluts or you get your head caved in. How is that applicable to 5-year-olds? I have never worked out the moral to Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. All I can think is, don't sit on a wall if you're an egg. But again, how is that applicable to a 5-year-old human? I mean, you tell that to a group of 5, oh, so don't sit on a wall if you're an egg. Oh, well, what do you mean if I'm an egg? I'm not an egg. It doesn't make sense. If I'm none of us are eggs. If there was an egg there, it wouldn't make sense. Can you go to the egg, don't sit on a wall, you go, I'm an egg, I can't eat, I've got nothing, I've got no ears, no eyes, I don't know what the fuck. What? Don't sit on a wall, I can't fucking hear, I've got nothing. I'm in nothingness. I can't fucking climb walls for a start, so... Don't send horses to perform medical procedures. Of course they couldn't put him together again. They've got no dexterity whatsoever. They can't sew to save their lives. They've got no thumbs, let alone opposable thumbs. Don't send a horse. It's delicate. An egg? We've got a cracked egg. Should we send a horse? Definitely not. Have you got a doctor or someone who works for Fabergé? Don't. We've got like a half-a-ton creature with no fingers. Don't send that. Got a four-legged thing with like that. No chance. They can't. Couldn't put on. They couldn't scrub up. They can't. Imagine there's an egg, delicate egg. Horse comes over. Fucked. He couldn't. They wouldn't even think of. Fucked. That's it. They wouldn't even see it. They go over there. What? Fucked. That's it. Wouldn't even. You couldn't explain it to it. Don't send. It's ridiculous. If I had to design the perfect egg-crushing device, it would be a hoof. I need this, as a cracked egg, I need it crushing completely. Hoof. The hoof's great. Don't send doesn't matter whether they're the king's horses or not. Certainly don't send all of them. That's gonna be chaos. If there was one horse with a little bit of nous, he did like 1 year before he got kicked out of Harvard. I'd know the rudimentaries. They all fuck it. Oh, for fuck's sake. No lads, don't. Oh, they're fucking all over it. Fucked. It's definitely fucked now. What if we'd have invaded by France that day? And bloke comes running up the hill and goes, are you in charge of all the king's horses? All the king's men? Yep. French are coming. What? The French are coming. Where are all the king's horses? I sent them to mend an egg. You dopey cunt. What do you mean you sent them to mend a fucking egg? Oh. If your surname is Dumpty, don't call your firstborn Humpty. What sort of a stigma is that? For a kid that's already an egg? Have the piss ripped out of him. I bet he jumped off the wall.